everybody, welcome back to Ace Attorney Trilogy with Phoenix Wright. Let me introduce you to the Phoenix Wright voice actor that we have, Nem, or the Nemesis Project. Would you like
Hello,
to
everyone.
Is there anything you'd like to
I am here. I don't have much to add, but I've been looking forward to this for quite a while, even since the last time that we've played. I also can't see what we're doing yet, so...
Oh, yes, let me definitely get you that. I forgot to share my screen. There we go.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. We're here.
Yes, we're here with Phoenix Wright. So...
We're here on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection.
We haven't started yet. So...
Very happy.
Yeah, just to kind of remind both the viewers and us, we are in the third trial, and the Turnabout Samurai, with our good old partner, where we're basically, let's be honest, he's an absolute sweetheart. And obviously Nem is playing the judge, the Phoenix, and Oldbag. I am playing whoever the sidekick is, the prosecutor, and a couple of other characters that will come up. But it is currently October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. So...
Law and Order gong noise. Gong gong!
Gong gong! Rabble, rabble, rabble. Court is... Oh, wait, no.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statements, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendants, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. And just to kind of remind people, both of us were theorizing this is most likely faked, and he was potentially drugged, or something along the lines of this too. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Also, hello Abyssal, welcome to our stream. Welcome to my stream. Good to see you. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Mr.
Hello, Mr. Two Brain Cells.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. I was about to say that same exact thing.
I heard Mr. come out your mouth as soon as I started. I was like, ah.
Mr. Two Brain Cells. But, Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain it with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See, this here is the employee area off to screen right. The actor did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder of October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant, which I'm fairly confident that's not true because I think Oldbag was also there. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim Jack's hammer went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. So it does look like he got stabbed through the heart with a spear, and it does look like the spear was found on the scene, but it does look like it was duct taped, just like it was earlier, because it did break. So we're fairly certain that it's most likely not the spear that caused the death, because most props are not lethal enough to actually kill someone. They're just fakes.
Especially when they're broken.
Yeah, exactly. But the time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to the whole thing again? I don't think so.
I don't think we need to listen to it again. So
it was pretty long.
Yeah. I think we can skip it. I think we can probably remember that, right?
Yes. Oh, I just found somebody who really, really, really wanted to see this, so got an extra person.
Nice.
I think I can probably remember that.
Yes.
I mean, that was a lot, but it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
The murder weapon.
Yeah, basically
was a spear.
Yeah, so basically 3 people. Obag was at the gate at 1. He went over at 12, and he was there until 5. So.
Oh, medieval.
It's good that we actually see it in person too, because I think that's pretty important. Samurai spear added to the court record. This spear was stuck in the chest of the victim. So, okay.
Yeah, but there's no blood on it. Yeah, why is that?
Yeah, there's no blood. So, it could have easily been put in there after. Granted, it could have easily been cleaned up, but, it just says stuck, which is an interesting choice of words. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let us call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That face.
Yeah, that face.
I forgot about this.
And also
they mentioned earlier.
Also, you're playing Old Bag too.
I remember, but I just forgot about this part.
Yeah.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Ugh. Your name.
Edgeworth, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I know. Your name, please.
Dearie, no time to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. No!
No. Your name.
This is wrong!
Your name, please.
Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Windy Old Bag, dearie.
Rabble.
I just got flashbanged by something that was there and it wasn't.
Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. Nobody can stand her. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness has stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, Yuri. I don't like her.
I know. She's
Just
basically
because.
like she's just like Miss April May from the previous trial.
Yes, it's just older.
Yeah, because it's like,
It-
oh God, it's like basically Miss April May was innocent, but until proven guilty, she is like, oh, I just want to suck up.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. Yeah, it's in her last name.
Yeah. Witnesses' testimony, witnesses' accounts.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-throughs there since morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyways, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened to be at 2 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by, 2:30 p.m., I guess, walked by, right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading... What? You saw the defendant, then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
Cross-examination. Let's see here. Witnesses' accounts.
What we're working with.
Okay, so day of the murder arrived at the guard station. Pretty straightforward. I don't think we need to press that. So poor old him and the rest have been doing a run through since the morning. I do think we should learn a little bit about this just to see.
I mean, because supposedly they weren't wearing costumes, so it is best to ask.
Yeah.
A run-through? They were working on a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon. And when you
kind of just get out there for a second.
Lag. Yeah, and we're used to the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping, when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? We definitely should.
I was wondering that same thing. Why did she only get there until afternoon? I was wondering that exact same thing.
What kind of errands?
What kind of errands?
Oh, right, yeah, that's your.
Well, you know. Answer the question.
Yeah, because that...
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that why she was so late?
Yeah.
So she just basically wasn't doing her job.
Yeah.
I told you I locked the gates, didn't I? I did my job. Which means someone could have easily walked past before then.
Yeah, exactly. And
before all of this, and she never would have seen it.
Yeah, and the assistant person did mention that they felt like someone was watching them. So
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Yeah, no, she didn't do her job.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Anyways, it was 1 when I got to the guard station.
Kinda curious.
See, now we know why.
Yeah.
Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. That gives him a whole hour to mess around.
Yeah. Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gates from then until 5.
Okay, that seems straightforward. Yeah, the murder.
Oh, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
Interesting.
Interesting. Because a certain man who happened to walk by at 2 p.m.
Which, it's true.
It was Powers, the man right there. He was heading towards the studio.
We know that's not true, though, because based off of this picture. So I think we need to present the picture.
See, yeah, no, because if she said something specifically about, yeah, I know it was him, that'd be the case, but we just have to prove that it's not, that's all.
Yeah. Objection!
Objection! Yep. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct?
Dun dun dun!
But you're talking about this man in the photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo.
Also, I feel so bad you're the one doing all of the voice acting at the current moment.
I don't mind. I'm enjoying this. I love doing this. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers you saw?
Da da da!
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny?
I mean, would you want me to temporarily take Phoenix while Miss Oldbag's on the stand?
Me?
Yeah, would you want me to temporarily take Phoenix?
No, I am enjoying this too much.
Okay.
Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't.
Even Edgeworth is like, come on now.
Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Gasp!
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
I mean, honestly, anyone would.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Do you have proof?
Do you really? What?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all of your information in your possession ahead of time.
See, she's ruining this whole case for literally everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't know everyone would be so nosy. Nosy. I'd be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. But he didn't even give it a second look.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, are you... Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. No, she's completely ruining this entire court case for everyone. I don't even... How is she doing this?
But to be fair, it's also Gumshoe.
Let's hear about your proof then.
Witness testimony. The man in the photo. I
never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the plates. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle. Oh, if that's the point she's making, then we have proof against that.
Yeah.
Still. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at the picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, you see? Clear as day.
Is he limping on the right leg that was sprained, though?
That is a good question. That's exactly how I knew it was Powers, Happy.
Because the main thing is the pant legs are too long.
Well, yeah, he can't even fit the outfit, which means it's clearly not him.
Yeah, but the main thing is...
So he had sprained his ankle.
The main thing is, though, if we are assuming that this is him, which leg did Powers sprain? Because I think that's the biggest question.
True. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may now cross-examine the witness. Gotta be hiding something. I'll press it until she squeals. Obviously, we press which ankle he hurt.
Yeah. Man in the photo. Morning during the run through the action scene. Trip and fall. He broke one of the pops. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Which ankle?
Hold it! Was Mr. Powers' ankle bad?
Oh no, not the hiccup.
So bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyways, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot? Okay. Okay, that's not enough information.
Yeah. So, can you tell us more?
Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again.
Yeah, it's...
So he was walking strangely because he was injured. No, that's not the case. The pant legs are just too long.
Yeah.
It does look like he was dragging his foot. See...
Yeah.
I'm having real trouble here, because I'm like, what are we missing?
Yeah, so, and...
You trust me, whippersnapper.
So, Will Powers, we think, was drugged after the run-throughs, and he was just asleep the entire rest of the day. So basically, from lunch to 5, he was asleep.
Yeah. And that's why we're just kind of like, there's no way, because the outfit was specifically meant to fit him in the first place.
Yeah.
So, he's clearly not the person wearing it.
Yeah.
Because it's too long on him.
Yeah. Because, like, I want to present this, but we can't yet because we can't. I don't think we can point out like, hey, the pant legs are too long. Yeah.
Yeah, and he even broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
Tell us more about the prop that he broke. So.
He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear.
Yeah.
Is samurai spear the murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record.
Samurai spear updated in the court record. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with the duct tape. Okay.
He sprained his ankle pretty bad. He was one of the props. I saw him fall.
Tell us more about the fall.
Trip and fall?
Yeah, that's this photo of in the morning. So like 10 o'clock in the morning, they were doing the run through, and then they broke for lunch, and then he went to after lunch he went to sleep. Powers went to sleep, and the victim, Jackhammer, went to the office, and so someone wore the costume pretending to be him, went to the stage, and then killed him or moved the body or something.
It's a little bit complicated.
Yeah, the thing is, the way Jackhammer died is not by the spear. We don't have enough information of who else was there, because it says there was only 3 people, but I'm like, from my previous experience of seeing people play this in the past, I know there's more information that we don't have, because we do not have the full picture right now. So, yeah, this is your line.
Okay. Yes, still samurai.
Oh no, are you okay? Because it sounded kind of quiet there.
Yep, okay. I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, what a laugh.
So Power sprained his ankle.
Yeah. Yeah, it is fixed with duct tape, which is why we're like 99% sure. Because, like, both being a prop, and most props are not sharp, and being fixed with duct tape, there's no way it could actually be. But we have to go along this as Phoenix. While we may know that it's not the murder weapon, Phoenix doesn't know it's not the murder weapon yet.
I helped to make it better, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Okay, come on now. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Or where was the assistant then? Oh, huh? She was putting on backdrops, I think. You didn't know about Power's ankle.
So, she could not have been the one in the costume then, I don't think.
Okay.
You may continue your testimony. Okay.
You broke the rule of props.
Yeah.
During the run-through action scene.
I'm curious about that.
What is she? What's she pissed about?
So, because I pressed on I don't say anything I don't mean.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know.
Okay, it's weird. Oh yeah, I haven't said anything yet. What have you done about pointing one behind their backs? Everything I said is there.
Rabble.
Okay, I can't cope with this.
Yeah, so yeah, I do agree with you, Abyssal, that there's got to be a way to point out the prop more, or whoever handles said props are there, and any other props you talk to. Yeah, so there is a way, because this, based on how this trial's already going, this trial's going to go to the second day. There's no doubt about that. So, but Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try to not upset the witness.
I think Edward has met his match. Yeah, when Edward has to fight the witness, that's not great.
Yeah. But yeah, during that morning, just tell us more about that.
Who's present at the run-through? Who's present at the run-through?
Yeah, because that is a very important question.
Well, let's see. There was Powers.
Yeah, so the Steel Samurai, Hammer, the Evil Magistrate, which is definitely...
Evil?
You're also kind of going in and out, too. I don't know if that's just me.
Okay, hold on. I'm leaning closer. And me! And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. Okay, creepy old lady. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving the backdrops and such. So she didn't see the run-through then.
So she could have...
It's confusing, because we still don't have much information, and there's not much to press on.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that is not important. The witness did see the Seal Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Seal Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right. Are you sure that you're Your Honor? Objection!
Hold it
Hold
right there!
We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Seal Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point.
Yeah, so yeah, we definitely have to press and look for more info. Gotta press the props and costume now then, yeah.
I also wonder if someone else, not caught on the camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. See, he doesn't even believe it.
Yeah.
We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. I still don't like her.
Witness testimony. Witness account continued. Because keep in mind also for pressing and looking for more info, sometimes, in just some cases, we just have to keep pressing on the testimony without actually presenting anything, because you just gotta wear out to the scene. Sometimes that's just the case.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. That's not true.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
So, if no one else went into the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examination. Witness account continued. Time of parameters was... Yeah, so it was 2:30, but just press. Yeah,
well, here's the other thing. There is another point that I want to put out there.
Yeah.
Which is, we know someone else has to have entered the building.
Yeah, because based off what they said, they felt like someone was watching them.
Not only that, but we only have one picture.
Yes, and we know that there was two.
And not only that, she said, I don't remember what she said about the pictures. She says she got a picture, but she never actually testified anything about the first picture at all, which implies that either she's hiding it, or just,
not
where did it go?
Oh, she thinks it's not important.
That too. It could be the important piece of information, and she just never mentioned it.
Yeah.
How do you know that? And didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. The only person was Will Powers. That's not true.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite stunning. Nobody's suspicious looking past by it.
Yeah, so...
Oh, which means somebody non-suspicious could have entered.
Yeah, and the witness definitely could have had... Mr. Oldbags definitely could have had a hand in this. But right now, she hasn't... Like, as much as I want to say that she could have had a hand in it, I don't think she did. I think she was just an unintentional part of how it went down. So, she's not...
Her incompetence was intentionally used.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. No one else went in there. If they had, I would have seen them. Yeah, no one else went there.
So let's press on that.
I truly do not believe that. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
What about before you got to the gas station? You mean before what? why. Everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in.
Yeah, so at the current moment, only those 4 people have been stated to have been there. But the assistant said she felt like someone was watching them, suggesting adding a 5th. And we both think that there's potentially more people. Like, there's no way it was just the 4 of them there. There had to have been more people that just are not choosing to come forward with information because of reasons.
Not only that, it doesn't make sense for there to only be 4 people on a movie studio set.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, certainly there were technically 5, but one of them didn't know and wasn't anywhere near. But the problem is that how is there nobody on set at all?
Yeah.
Like, something's not adding up.
Yeah.
Information's intentionally being...
Yeah, and she locked the gate.
She locked the gate to keep people from going in or leaving, because it's her job to watch the gate, but she wasn't watching the gate. That's why she went in.
Yeah, and the only reason, like...
And locked the gate.
Obviously, from a game perspective of when this game was released in, like, what, 2008 or something? I don't know exactly when, but I think in terms of the story, it's just because she locked the gate to keep people from coming in rather than leaving. Because no one was going to be leaving, not for several hours anyways, so it's just to keep people from coming in. I would assume them. So, telling.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
Yes. Okay, there's something that's really bothering me about that picture.
What?
The gutter.
Yeah, there's definitely the gutter.
Well, no, I mean, we've seen the gutter goes all the way into the building.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
so
it does.
if someone was watching, they could have even... If they were small enough to fit, that also means that whoever was small enough...
Probably
maybe
a kid.
wouldn't, and certainly... yeah, they had to have been really small. But still, that's a significant detail.
Yeah. I mean, like, we don't know how big it is, so, like, we only have to guess, but, like, if it was actually another person there, it could have potentially been a kid going through the vents. But this is all speculation. But it's your line.
Oh, you let it happen, edgy boy. Edgy boy?
Ugh. Oh, Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps?
So we have to present something. I saw good as well. I feel like... I feel like we have to present the... I feel like we have to present the photo. Because
I mean, at this point, now the only thing we could do is present it and hope that it gets pointed out that it's photo number 2.
Yeah. So should we present the photo on the only person I saw go to the studio was Will Powers, or no one else went there?
Oh man. I'm tempted to do it with no one else went there, because we've already established she absolutely believes it's Will Powers that went in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna present it, no one else was there with the photo. Objection!
Objection!
Oh, and the key card is the thing
Hold on!
Yeah, the key card allows you to actually access the gates and into the office space.
Look at this photograph one more time.
Yeah.
This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Oh, and there's no no obvious sign of the vents going in, it looks like.
Yeah.
So they probably could have gone around into the woods, though.
They very easily could have if they were willing to go through.
Yeah. But video game logic, but yeah, the key card that's in this key card is used to basically open this gate.
Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I bet you didn't know your head from a hole in the... Right. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all the security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the paper are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken on 2 p.m. of October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
There we go, now we're pointing out that there's the second photo.
Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it was really the only photo?
Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but every time we're right, the music usually cuts out.
It does, yeah.
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Get me some chips and some orange juice. And, we don't know how many key cards there are, but, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be an important detail that comes up, I don't think. Just because there hasn't been, like, a notable thing for, like, a reason to suspect why there would be an issue with multiple key cards. Yeah, but I definitely...
It's sort of implied that everyone has one.
Yeah, it's at least everyone that's of importance has one at the very least. And so, like, basically anyone on the cast, so...
Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. You could have erased the data for the other photo. Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. With the camera on the gate fired twice, that means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Ugh. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. I mean, she knows something.
Yeah.
It's just she's not saying anything for some reason.
Yeah.
Whippersnapper? Thing the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something.
Did you
Okay.
now? Did you?
Was there somebody else that you forgot about? Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Okay, so why have we not heard about this before, and was it just not important in her head? Is that all?
Either she genuinely forgot about it, or she withheld it because she thought it wasn't important. But, witness testimony. The other person.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go to the photos, recorded in the security cam on computer, and check them. I throw in photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. To think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first time I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Cross-examination, the other person.
All of this is just out of incompetence, that's the sad part.
Yeah, all of this is just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, of course there's something else. So every day, they have one of the important jobs to do, yeah, we don't need to press that. Okay, so tell us more about the photos you've recorded, because...
How many photos are there, actually? On a day we're open to the public, we get more than 500 people. But on filming days, rehearsal days, well, we don't have much money. We never get more. That's a big day.
Do you back up all of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just frustrating.
So tell us more about the photos you don't think are suspicious.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by just looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Okay, details.
Yeah, throwing out about one photo.
Well, who in the heck was that photo? Wait, who the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Those samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from the gosh who knows where. They're always hanging about. What was there that day? Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those were your words. Well, you must know there's a drain that goes into the...
You were right.
Okay, so someone can get in. Why was this not... This is kind of a prevalent detail. Like,
yeah.
This wasn't a small detail.
Yeah. It's your line.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? So there's more than one. Oh my god.
I'm assuming that most likely in this case it's probably just one, but based on the fact that it's probably an incident where multiple people in the past have used that drain to get in.
Could this be related to the incident?
Yeah.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Oh, okay. And? Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order!
Can I get some crackers or chips?
Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about the 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. See, now at this point, it's more of an investigation than it is a court trial because no one knows what's going on.
Yeah. Like, obviously, the boy didn't do it. There's no way a 2nd or 3rd year student could have done anything. But it's still worthwhile to figure out who the heck is he and if he has any information. Boy in the 2nd or 3rd...
We could have seen something.
Yeah, boy in the 2nd or 3rd year. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Excuse me. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. So, about an hour.
Mr. Powers?
Yes.
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. How could anyone imagine would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume? So, where does this leave me?
Doesn't look good.
You're
You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take us so long to shoot us down that we could get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Just boo. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thought on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio is a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo that we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. I'm tempted to see if he's willing to take the draw that I'm thinking of right now.
The assistant?
Order. Interesting. No.
You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
I said, no, I'm thinking Jack Hammer himself.
Jack Hammer... I mean, yeah, we did suspect that it could have been suicide.
The reason I'm saying this is because even if we don't have any information, we only have one confirmed person at the location that he died, and we've only seen one person cross over.
Yeah.
If only one person crossed over, that one person could have very easily have Jack Hammer in the samurai costume.
Ooh, I do like where you're going with that.
After all, 2 people would have had to have crossed over.
Yeah.
If there was a murder and a murderer.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah. So.
Simple math.
Yeah. Who do we have in mind? But.
Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. You accuse someone who is obviously innocent, who will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. But, like, you can see where my thought process is coming from, because he very easily...
Oh, and he's not even an option, so... I don't think it was...
We don't have enough information about the girl, or the schoolboy, or the security lady.
Obviously, I don't think any of them actually did it, but I think the most likely person who could have probably done it was either the assistant girl or the security lady. The security lady...
I agree.
...knew that a spear was broken and knew that that Powers broke his ankle, but the assistant girl did not. And we haven't really talked to her that much. We just don't have much information about the grade school boy to say enough about him, so I think it's most likely the assistant girl.
Security lady is just the most obvious. Yeah. But the assistant girl is the one that we don't have enough information about, which makes it more believable to get away with it.
Yeah, and plus, there is more reason to suspect that she could have done something than the grade school boy.
Yes.
So...
It is certainly a conundrum, I'd say. It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in this picture really is the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor.
If you're serious, you got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember this photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, a little lame, aka...
I don't think they were actually dragging their feet because they were wounded. They're dragging their feet because it's too small.
Yeah, and also lame being another term for something else.
Uh-oh. Bad feeling time.
Slam pain. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, yeah, me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. Ugh. That kind of takes the legs out of from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you at war. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright? This fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So who is this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder?
I guess...
The only option is the security lady, because we know they immediately dismissed the child.
Yeah,
But at
and
the same time,
they also
we
know
have
about
information
the
of the security lady.
So, security lady it is. Oh, and the music cuts
Where's
out.
the security lady? Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order! Order!
Can I get some chips?
Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you! Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then flipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go to the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. He knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. See, this creates an alibi. See, this creates a story that makes sense. She could have passed by the camera once, taken the costume, passed by a second time in the costume, and then she would have just deleted the first photo. That's what he's getting.
Well, no, but the thing is, she went to the studio in the second image, so she could have gone through, done the murder, taken off the costume, went around the camera, and been fine.
This is true. If she was in his costume, she would point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deduction reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes and 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an interjection? It's some new damning evidence? No, Edgeworth wants her gone.
Yeah.
He's like, burn, old woman, burn!
Pretty much. Thinking.
Edgeworth is like, oh no, Edgeworth!
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
Oh, no, come on, man! What? What's that supposed to mean? Edgeworth is like, right? I don't care, you've won. Congratulations.
I don't want to deal with Miss Wendy Oldbags anymore.
Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something! What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
I think we should press further.
Yeah.
I mean, because, there's no reason not to.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a subject in this case, or suspect in this case, can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to Mr. and horrible to Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Just wait a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. Well, maybe you shouldn't have erased it. That's the problem. He's only at grade school, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? Doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders? Whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. Oh, he really pulled out the I'm a Poland Edgeworth. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder?
I think it's...
Oh my goodness, you're right. Key card. You're completely right.
I think it's just the key card.
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a key card to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a key card? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? I love the meh. The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something old. He doesn't care anymore. He's done. Oh no.
Yeah, something old bag, Your Honor.
He's like, man, I don't care.
Yeah.
Then prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. I forgot to bring my gavel. I actually have a gavel downstairs. I forgot to bring it up here. Wait a second. You're going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree? Me! I'm talking.
Oh, great.
Everybody wants to be done with her.
Yeah. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Okay, so there is literally something someone told you not to talk about.
Yeah. By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? So somebody literally could have been there, committed the murder, and then told her not to say anything?
Yeah.
What the? I'm so mad at this lady right now.
To be fair, this case is going to get a whole heck of a lot more complicated. Trust me.
Well, testify.
Witness testimony. My lips were sealed.
Local studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. The studio?
Yeah.
There were some other people at the studio. They had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're gonna go on accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free! Miss Oldbag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? He told me to shut my trap. I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. I witnessed the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. He's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cross-examination of my lips were sealed. Okay.
Why do you keep quiet about something?
So
you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studios. And the TV bigwigs, no less.
why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We're all in on it. No, that's not true!
No, to be fair, Powers didn't say anything about it, nor the assistants.
Oh, that's a good point. They're intentionally withholding information. That could be every single person has withheld information.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some other people.
are these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Well, I was surprised no one asked about it. It's because you literally implied they were just doing practice.
Yeah.
So, where were these people? Which means all of them probably saw it. The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's blocked
Isn't
off.
Studio 2 supposed to be blocked off?
Yeah, because of the tree.
Studio 2? There's a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go to the gate all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but...
I think we should continue.
yeah, if we have more options, we should definitely press.
So why did they say
They
they
have
had...
nothing to do with it. That's sus. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Clearly you don't. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. Man, they gave me a little bonus on the side. That's blackmail, really?
Yeah.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask.
I think we should continue.
I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can.
Okay, getting information, other people. They had nothing to do with this. So, and they told me that.
I feel like we should be pressing about the hadn't been at the studio,
Yeah.
because that's sus. That's directly deliberately withholding information from a crime scene, in fact. So they were actually in the studio? Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. They literally left.
Grandpa, kill this woman, I swear it.
I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Yeah, no, because basically we have a major suspect now.
Yeah. But... I don't think there's any other information that we could potentially gather.
Yeah, I think we've got everything we have.
Yeah.
He should have started talking from the start. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Let's went into a direction that wasn't anticipated.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I kinda knew just because of seeing other people, but I was just gonna press the last humans.
Yeah, that implies more than one.
Yeah.
Who are these people? The director and the producer. So they were both there. Or at least the director was there. Where was the producer then?
So there's base 5 with the little kid, plus 2 additional people. Director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they done run through with their actions without the director? Of course. Not surprised no one asked about it. Blah 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 blah. Where were they? They were in the morning for the run through. Joined the producer around lunchtime in the meeting after that. Where in Studio 2? Studio 2, which was blocked by the gates. Do we have to? I mean,
I feel like we're dried out. We've mostly
yeah,
found.
because we can't present the monkey's head. So, I think we're good. I think we can. That's
Take
all.
a break, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all we can ask.
Your Honor, we've learned that there were others at the Global Studios on the day in the question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. I bet Edgeworth really wishes he wasn't on this case.
Yeah.
That is all. This court is adjourned. And it's not even because he's going against us, it's because...
Miss the old bag.
Like, what do you even do in this situation? Yeah, she ruined everything.
Well, she ruined everything, but then made it more possible to find who actually did it, so...
Yes.
But October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really, it's nothing. Grin. Or should I say, sniff.
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. Oh, I'm yawning.
Yeah. So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it have really been, well, Obag?
Sorry, I had to grab the cat.
That's okay.
He was being... attention hogging. What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off of Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sniff, sniff. To be continued.
Man, what a day.
Yeah.
This case is certainly something.
Yeah.
Every time we come to this case, every little bit takes so much time because it's so inconclusive.
Yeah. October 18th, Wright and Cola offices. And I think this is probably a good place to end this live stream off. So,
I agree, because if we don't, my voice will become deeper and be more like David Death voice. So.
So for everyone who joined us for the stream, I hope you guys had a fantastic day, night, week, month of your lives. May the stars forever guide your path to wherever they might lead you into the future. Any last words?
I was going to say something similar, but always keep your eyes to the sky to possibilities. Look at the world around you. Good night.
Good night.